Ahmed was known for his courage. He wasn't afraid of spiders or snakes. He even laughed in the face of a thunderstorm. But there was one thing that sent shivers down his spine. The old mansion at the edge of town. It stood on a hill, shrouded in mist and shadows. Locals called it Whispering Pines, claiming the wind carried whispers of its spooky past. People said it was haunted, filled with secrets best left undisturbed. Ahmed always pretended to scoff at these tales, but deep down the mansion made his heart race. One sunny afternoon, Ahmed's best friend, Hassan, came rushing towards him, his face flushed with excitement. He whispered of an old rumor, a hidden treasure within the mansion walls. Hassan claimed his grandfather had spoken of it, a secret passed down for generations. "A treasure, you say?" Ahmed questioned, trying to sound skeptical while his pulse quickened. Hassan nodded vigorously, his eyes wide with excitement. "A chest overflowing with gold coins, hidden somewhere within the mansion," he exclaimed. Hassan's words echoed in Ahmed's ears. Long after their conversation ended, the thought of the treasure, coupled with the thrill of the unknown, sparked a fire in his heart. He couldn't resist the lure of adventure. The mansion might be a place of whispers and shadows, but this time curiosity outweighed his fear. That night, as the moon bathed the world in its silvery glow, Ahmed made up his mind. He would venture into Whispering Pines. He would face the whispers and unveil the mansion's secrets. He would find the hidden treasure. Armed with a flickering lantern and his heart pounding like a drum, Ahmed stood before the mansion gates. The iron felt ice-cold beneath his touch. He pushed the gates open, their rusty hinges groaning in protest. The path leading to the mansion was swallowed by overgrown weeds and gnarled trees. Each step towards the mansion seemed to amplify the eerie silence. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and something ancient and unknown. He raised his lantern, its light dancing across the mansion's crumbling facade. A shiver snaked down his spine. There was no turning back now. Taking a deep breath, Ahmed stepped into the mansion. The air inside was stale and musty, thick with the silence of ages. Cobwebs hung from every corner, and dust lay heavy on the once grand furniture. The only sound was the beating of his own heart. Section 4. The Horse with Eyes of Emerald Fire. As Ahmed ventured deeper into the mansion, he noticed a faint glow emanating from the end of a long, dusty corridor. Cautiously, he followed the light, his heart pounding in his chest. The glow intensified, revealing the source, a magnificent horse statue, its eyes gleaming with an unnatural emerald fire. The horse seemed to beckon him forward, its gaze both mesmerizing and unsettling. As Ahmed drew closer, he noticed a loose floorboard beneath the horse's hooves. Prying it open, he discovered a small velvet pouch hidden within. Inside lay a tarnished silver key and a rolled-up parchment, brittle with age. Unfurling the parchment, Ahmed discovered a faded portrait of a man bearing a striking resemblance to himself. The inscription below the portrait read, "Elias Blackwood, Master of Whispering Pines." Could this be his ancestor, the one spoken of in hushed whispers by the townsfolk? Section 5. The Curse of Whispering Pines. Ahmed's blood ran cold as he read further. The parchment spoke of a curse, a darkness that had befallen Elias Blackwood and his descendants. It spoke of a treasure, yes, but also of a price to be paid for seeking it. The mansion held Elias captive, his spirit bound to the house until the curse was lifted. Suddenly the floor beneath Ahmed gave way. He tumbled down a hidden passage, landing with a thud in a damp, dark chamber. As he struggled to his feet, he realized the truth. He was trapped, just like Elias before him. The mansion had lured him in, its whispers weaving a web of curiosity and fear, leading him straight into its clutches. Meanwhile, back in the village, Zainab, Ahmed's younger sister, waited anxiously for his return. Days turned into weeks, then months. And still there was no sign of him. The villagers muttered amongst themselves. their faces etched with worry and a strange sense of grim acceptance. Whispering Pines had claimed another soul. They spoke of Ahmed in hushed tones, a cautionary tale whispered to their children. Years passed, and the memory of Ahmed faded into legend. Yet, every full moon, a cold wind would sweep through the village, carrying with it a faint, mournful whisper. And on those nights, some swore they saw a young man's face appear in the highest window of Whispering Pines, his eyes filled with a longing that would never be fulfilled. He was a prisoner of his own ambition, a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed and the importance of cherishing what truly matters.